Hey, I'm Tony Collins, the How-To Hero, and today's video I'm going to show you how to make this pretty cool planter here using 6 fence pickets and 1 treated 2x4. Literally, this thing costs less than $15. To begin this project, we're going to trim each fence picket down by taking the dog ear off the end, and then we're going to measure the remaining length we have here, which I got 71 inches for this board. I wanted these boards to be at least 24 inches long because that's how wide I wanted the planter, but we got 23.5 inches, which gets us close. Next, we're just going to trim down each board 23.5 inches at a time. We should be able to get 3 boards out of each fence picket. We need 12 in total. Next, we're going to cut the legs out for our planter box using our treated 2x4. You want the legs to be about 2.5 inches taller than the total height of your boards combined that you just cut from the fence picket, so keep that in mind. I was able to get 4 out of this 8-foot 2x4. Next, we're going to set up our table saw to rip down the 2x4 legs so that we can make those corner look to each leg. That really should make me a push block here. Would make things a lot simpler. Oh hey, I'll use this stick as a push block, which is probably just about as dumb as not having one at all. Now we'll take the rip down 2x4s and put them back together, but not the way they came apart. We're just going to make us a little L out of it to make the leg corner that we want to see. Using a little glue, we'll glue it down, and using some clamps, clamp it together to get that tight fit, and then we'll use our brad nailer to securely fasten it in place. I know what you're thinking. Why would he use his miter saw as his tabletop? Well, my shop's really crowded and I don't have a lot of clean table space in here, so I'm just making do with what I have without having to bend down or lay down on the floor to get it done. Just put all the legs together, glue, nail, clamp, and you should have 4 nice legs when you're done. Now it's time to put this thing together. And here I start laying it out on the floor, putting the legs together, facing the right way. I want my long sides facing the long side, my short sides facing the short side if I can, so that it looks pretty appealing to the eye and doesn't look all jacked up. Again, this is a simple project. You make do with what you have. 6 fence pickets and 1 treated 2x4. Now I'm just going to start laying my boards in there. I've got 2 ends that lay in flat, and then the other sides, they lay in on top of the other boards, so you almost get a full 24 inch by 24 inch planter box when you put this thing together. Now we'll start adding the other panels in and nailing those in place as well. One thing I failed to mention to you is I put a bead of glue on the legs, each side of the legs, before I slid the boards in. I'm hoping that the glue will help bond the wood together along with the brad nails so that the natural movement of the wood once it goes through its wet and dry phases maybe won't pull apart and fall apart really faster than it should. Again, we just keep adding all the panels in place until we get a complete box. Before we really finish this project up, we want to make sure it's square. So I'm just pulling a tape measure across corner to corner, and then the opposite corner, making sure. And here I'm going to go ahead and add in the bottom brackets. These are going to hold our slats for the bottom. We want to put slats in so that our planter will drain any kind of liquids that go into the planter, drain out the bottom. For the bottom slats, I just took one of the fence boards, ripped it down into thin sections here, and just placed it along the bottom of the box so that it would have a slat bottom. That's where the 5th fence picket went for this project. Here what I've done is I've actually taken the 6th fence picket, split it down the middle, and I'm cutting 45s in the ends to make this fancy little top for the top of it. It's pretty simple once you get that started, just make it look really good. And now we're going to add a pickling stain, a white tintable stain from Minwax, and it basically just soaks into this wood really well, gives it a nice whitewash look to it without being a whitewash. Yes, this is an interior type stain. However, I've heard and read that this will actually work really good on exterior projects, so we'll see. And you would think that a man that owns 100 drop cloths would at least put one down on his garage floor before spreading this stuff. Yeah, I didn't think that far ahead apparently. So you see the mess that I'm making. Keep that in mind. Newspaper or a drop cloth work great here. Okay, so there you have it. That's how I made this really cool planter using 6 fence pickets, 1 treated 2x4 for all less than $15. Now, this project can be completed pretty quickly, let's say a couple of hours if you don't have any kind of template or anything, which is what I did. But realistically, had you ever built one of these before, you could do this thing even quicker, probably 30 minutes or less. Super simple, using a couple of hand tools, and you too could have a pretty cool planter box for way less than what you pay at the home improvement stores. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I'll see you next time.